So the first thing I want to do now is to give credit to Albacete. They actually gave us a game to play today. They held their own and they were full of confidence. Since they beat Real Madrid, they have won 4 on the roll, I think. 4 on the roll. 4 straight games. So this was by no means an easy game for us. We were facing a very, very motivated team. And before the game, I saw on Bleacher Reports account on IG how the players, the club, the fans, they were all anticipating knocking out Barça. So this was no easy game. Technically, it's supposed to be easy because, come on, they are a second division side. They are 12th in the Segundan Division, the La Liga 2. So knocking them out should relatively be easy for the La Liga champion, the champion of the first division of Spain, what is supposed to be the best Spanish team. It was supposed to be an easy game, right? No, but it wasn't. Because in typical Barca fashion, we kept playing with our food. And I don't know since when finishing our chances became a problem for us at Barca. It is becoming worrying. And also, I think we need to have an intervention for Ferran Torres. This brother did not play 90 minutes, but he missed the most big chances. We created 8 big chances and only converted 2. That's at the clip of 40%. And that is not good enough. I can remember Rashford missing an easy chance that was created by Olmo. I can remember Lewandowski missing an easy chance. But the one that was vivid and clear was Ferran. I think he's taking Lamine Yamal for granted. I think Yamal needs to put on his selfish coat for a start. He needs to start being selfish and clinical in front of goal. I know he might not be that clinical player, but if he decides to be, believe me, I think he's going to be an amazing player. Because he keeps creating big chances, he keeps dropping man of the match performances, but his teammates are not helping him. Ferran Torres is beginning to treat Yamal the way FC Barcelona players treat Pedri, whereby Pedri creates tons and tons of chances and his teammates don't convert. We need to hold that intervention for Ferran Torres. He's not imputing confidence in us as fans and in the club. Because the club right now thinks they need a striker. In an ideal world, I don't think they need to go and look for a striker when we have Ferran Torres. Because come on, he's been at the club for what? 4 years? He's supposed to have adapted. He's supposed to have learned. In the course of his stay, come on, he has been teammates with Aubameyang. He has been teammates with Lewandowski, who are some of the best strikers of this generation. He's supposed to have picked up a thing or two. Come on. He has been coached by Pep Guardiola, who in my opinion is the greatest manager of all time. He has been coached by the legendary Xavi Hernandez. Now he's being coached by Hansi Flick. Come on, it's about time. And I believe it's a disgrace that the club are looking for a striker when we have someone as good as Ferran. I mean, he has the ideas, yes, but I don't know, when it comes to the execution, he just switches off. And this might come back to bite us in our behind in our most crucial games. This just reminds me of Raheem in those days when Man City and Pep were chasing that elusive UCL trophy. whereby they were being knocked out by clubs like Lyon, knocked out by clubs like Monaco, knocked out by minute teams by Tottenham. Come on. Because Raheem Sterling couldn't score an empty net. Raheem Sterling couldn't convert chances, easy chances. We're not talking about difficult chances here. Just simple chances. Come on. Ferran needs to do better, and the whole squad needs to hold that intervention. We need to ask Ferran Torres what his problem is, because he's simply not living up to what an FC Barcelona striker is supposed to be. And too bad for us, Lewandowski is aging. Time is catching up with him. He doesn't give so much to the game, which is why we have to just rely on the inconsistent Ferran Torres. I mean, it's not a good thing to say when a striker has 18 goals and there's an expectation that he should have more. No kidding. If we have an Erling Haaland as a striker, I think right now, if we're going to be modest, he'll be on at least 35 goals without penalties. That is how massive our chance creation is as a team. But we simply have strikers that are not clinical, players that are not clinical. And Ferran is not the only culprit. Rafinha is there. Rafinha misses easy chances and then he scores chances that you don't expect him to score. Rashford, I can remember 2 big chances that he has missed in 2 games now, 1-on-1. Lamine doesn't take lots of shots in his recent games, but I think he's more focused on creation. But I think now we need to let him, or Hansi Flick needs to encourage Lamine to shoot more, because frankly our attackers are not being fair to him. He's been putting in man of the match performances for over a month now, since after the Christmas break. I think throughout the month of January he has been on a crazy roll. He has won La Liga Player of the Month, I think twice now, and I think there's no doubt he will win it again. If they aren't to be fair, I think Lamine Yamal has been the best player in Spain for the course of 5 weeks now, 5 or 4 weeks into this year. I don't count Mbappe. Mbappe just converts penalties, so miss me with the best player. Come on, dodgy penalties. Nah, I don't count Mbappe in. This was an absolutely great game from only Yamal, and then I'm also happy for Araujo. Araujo got a goal, and whatever we might think of him, we might say he's trying to cop out of the bad performances he has been giving us in big Champions League games, but whatever the case may be, kudos to him. If it means he has blackmailed me, yes, it'll be for the good of Barcelona if we can recover Araujo and have him full of confidence. And with the experiences he has had, where he has cost us a lot of games, I think right now he will have a level head on his shoulder. I'm happy for him with his goal. You could see he ran to hug Hansi Flick after he scored. So it was a good game from him. But I want us to look through the game and see what we can discuss. As we can see, we had about 70% of the possession, which is supposed to be that. An expected goal of 2.27. Fair. 17 shots, 7 on targets. Frankly, our shot conversion rate is too poor. It's too poor. 8 big chances created, and we missed 6. Come on. It's not good enough. It's not good enough at all. It's not good enough. I'll also look at the players and see how they fared. With Jean Garcia in goal, I don't have any criticism of him today. The goal he conceded today was from a set piece. While he could have done better, a keeper can always do better. I don't necessarily blame him. His rating here was a little harsh because I could see that he tried to play the ball with his foot a lot more and tried to contribute to the game in the ways that he could. João Cancelo had a bad game today. I don't know why he has a high rating. He had an extremely bad game today, and he was in danger of being sent off. The official Luis Monera was quite lenient with him. He could have been sent off, and I understand why he was taken off at halftime. The truth is, I don't think João Cancelo is at the level where he can bench an underperforming Koundé. We can remember that Deco said he's not up to speed yet. He hasn't been playing for a while, but I expect him to pick it up as soon as possible because we are going to need him. Wherever we might think, we are going to need him. In the last game, there was an injury scare for Koundé, so we cannot afford to have an underperforming Cancelo with a potentially injured Jules Koundé. It won't be good. Araujo was quite good today. He did what is expected of him, and he capped up his good performance with a goal. We are going to need our captain. So anything to boost his confidence. I think if Hansi Flick supports him, if the players support him, as Coolers, we need to do the right thing. The president supports him. Everybody supports him. Despite everything he has done, we can always forgive. So I think he had a good game. Eric had a good game, and he did what is expected of him today, whether it was replacing João Cancelo at right back when he was taken off for Pau Cubarsí. He shifted momentarily to the right back position before he was brought back to the centre back position. Gerard Martin had a relatively quiet game. He did alright. He did okay. He also had a goal line clearance today, and which, in my opinion, was a very, very good contribution. A goal line clearance is always a good thing, but it also means the defense didn't do their job. But he was quite solid and okay today. De Jong is up to something, bro. De Jong is up to something this season. Ever since Pedri went down with injury, De Jong has been on a crazy roll. I think De Jong is in his best moment as an FC Barcelona player. I think we are finally seeing the best of De Jong. Ideally, this is supposed to be his peak, but right now he's playing like the best midfielder in the world. He's creating chances. He's holding on to the ball. He's being press resistant, and he does everything excellently. He's been actually very good. Aside Lamine, I think he was the best player on the pitch today. Obviously, we might take into account the goal Araujo scored, but Frenkie also assisted Lamine's first opening goal. Frenkie is on to something this season, and if he can keep it up when Pedri comes back, I think we will be very, very unbeatable. Marc Bernal, after having two good games in a row, I think he was quite underwhelming today. He didn't do anything special, and he was taken off for Marcasado. He had a relatively average game, in my opinion. Now Rashford. If you can remember, Flick said Rashford hasn't scratched or hasn't touched his full potential yet. I believe Hansi Flick, because this brother always misses goals he should be converting. I think he's on 10 goals now. He could have had more. It's just that he has somebody who misses more than him, who misses at an outrageous rate more than him. If not, Rashford too is a culprit when it comes to missing big chances. Omo, Olmo was nowhere to be found today. Aside the chance he created for Rashford that was wasted, I believe Hansi Flick was better off giving almost minutes in this game to Rooney Bargi. He hasn't played in a long while, and I don't think Bargi would have performed as poorly as Olmo did today. And I don't know why Flick hasn't played Bargi in games that he's supposed to play, but Olmo wasn't good enough today, and he played the full 90, which was very surprising to me. I'd rather see a Rooney in games like this, and you keep Olmo for the La Liga games, maybe the game in the weekend against Mallorca. But I hope to see Rooney in the game against Mallorca. Come on, we don't want to have an unhappy youngster. I know he might be a calm, cool, collected guy, but come on, we need to start rewarding him. Whenever he has come into the game to play, he has put in a good shift, so I expect to see him more frequently. Bad game from Olmo today, in my opinion. Lamine Yamal, I think, is playing like a Ballon d'Or contender. He's playing like the best player in the world currently. He's just giving Neymar vibes. Neymar at Barcelona. I think we have finally found our heir to the throne at Camp Nou. He's no longer a prince. I think he's a king now. He's ready to wear that crown, fitting for a number 10. I've not sung Lamine Yamal lots of praises, but what he's doing is abnormal. An 18-year-old putting 10 over 10 performances consistently. He could have scored multiple goals today. He could have ended the game with about 3 or 4 assists today, if not for his wasteful teammates. I just pray we don't waste his... Come on, we still have about 12 years. Come on, he's just 18. We still have about 12 years of Lamine Yamal if he's absolutely fit. And I hope the club do right by him by giving him a clinical striker. I think it is imperative now that we go for a clinical striker who will finish off all Lamine Yamal's chances. Quiet game from Lewy. I think right now I'm at a point where I can't even criticize Lewy anymore. He's that 7-year-old striker starting for one of the biggest clubs in Europe. At 37, come on. He can do his best, but Father Time will always catch up with him no matter what. So it was quite a quiet game and below par game for him today. Paul Kubasi, I didn't see him do anything unique in the game. Same with Fermin Lopez. I'll say basically everybody here. The only person I can point a finger at in this game is Ferran Torres. With the little time he played, he actually put a negative mark in my mind. Also, the whole team overall, I didn't like how they ended the game. They were a bit... I'll say you say some form of victim arrogance came into them, and that almost let Albacete into the game. We seem to have forgotten that they knocked out Real Madrid, but thank goodness they were not able to come back, and the game ended as it did. And we have to thank our lucky stars for Gerard Martin being at the right spot. If not, we would have gone for extra time in a game that we could have won with a margin of at least 4 goals if we were being serious. We're just being lazy about it. But overall, it was a great game, and hopefully they don't perform like this against Mallorca. Our next game will be at the Spotify Camp Nou, and hopefully Rafinha might be back, and if he isn't back, I think we need to rest him. No need to take any risk. Overall, a great game, but not a horrible performance, but the performance could have been better, and I have nothing else to say but Visca El Barça. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel.